We are less than 1 week away from Wrestlemania 41, and it is fair to say that show is not going to deliver. But there's another show that has been disappointing, another show that's been lacking build-up, another show that is going to suck, and that is none other than NXT Stand and Deliver. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. You got D-Generation X, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, the two little buddies. They're standing together, but they're not delivering together.
But they are swapping diaries, because I tell you what, they're doing exactly the same uneventful, mundane, run-of-the-mill shite. You guessed it. I don't know what's going on, man. I think there was a once upon a time with NXT. It was like, it's definitely the most entertaining show of the week. When was the last time we sat down and watched an NXT? Here, it might be tonight, right? But in terms of actually in the...
It won't be tonight.
It won't be tonight then. But seriously, when was it? Months? It's a recap job. It's not a watch it. It is pish. Look at the state.
Hey, I give up my title because the roster is competitive, you know.
Yeah, garbage. Anyway, Shawn Michaels has spoke about some people being upset and showing their displeasure about the card for this year at Stand and Deliver. So he did an interview. We're going to look at the interview that he did, and then we're going to go through the Stand and Deliver card and basically just give our thoughts on it like we have did with WrestleMania 41, Night 1 and Night 2. No signs yet of Stand and Deliver going to a Night 1 and a Night 2. I don't know if we'll maybe get that down the line or if that's reserved totally for Mania. Does WrestleMania Night 2 seem more important because Stand and Deliver isn't on before it? I mean, I don't know. Do you buy into that?
You know what I would do? Release 90% of the main roster, get rid of the NXT, and promote them. Because you know what? See these fucking indie darlings of the last decade that are somehow survived like 10 years on them. What have they fucking achieved, man? Let's see this. Oh, let's give Stand and Deliver 2 nights. Wrestle fucking Mania shouldn't even have 2 nights, so why should Stand and Deliver have even 1 night?
Well, I just think that's the way pay-per-views are going to go. We've seen that...
I don't like the way it's going.
The Royal Rumble is going to go to 2 nights. SummerSlam's officially confirmed to be 2 nights. Royal Rumble, the fact they've got a men and a women's, that will go to 2 nights. I guarantee you within the next 3 years, WrestleMania is a 2-night event. It's going to happen.
I'd say I Stand and Deliver. I'd say so. It probably will be.
No, Royal Rumble, mate.
Well, that's what I meant. Royal Rumble, why?
Well, not Stand and Deliver.
Hey, and probably Money in the Bank.
Well, I don't think that needs to be 2 nights, does it?
Survivor Series? Well, hold on. What's stopping them?
Well, nothing, because they can make more money. Anyway, what's stopping Shawn Michaels from putting on a good show? I'll tell you what's stopping him. He was speaking to the Bobby Bones show.
I'm ready to go.
So he was speaking on the Bobby Bones show, which
Bobby.
Now, you guys can sit here and tell me that he's this big megastar. I personally never heard of Bobby Bones, but each to their own. Shawn Michaels said the following and explained why there are several multi-person matches at NXT Stand and Deliver this weekend. He said, quote, "We have a lot of multi-person matches at Stand and Deliver, and look, a lot of people don't like that. But these young men and women went through the entire year. Not all of them get an opportunity to be on PLEs, to be on house road shows, to be on those televisions that are on the road that we've been doing so much more of lately. We want to give as many people as we can an opportunity to perform on the biggest weekend. That's the reason. The people that get into this line of work have to experience that, to have those moments. And we're hoping to have a lot of standouts at Stand and Deliver. I think it's something that we definitely need to keep an eye on. Anytime there's a performance or somebody that goes above and beyond, whether it's in a match or throughout the entire year, we try to take care of them as much as possible." End of quote. Basically, what I'm getting from that is big shitebag Shawn Michaels is saying everybody deserves a chance. Everybody should be a winner. Participation, trophy award. Because he's saying that everyone should go on the show. We want to get as many people on the show as possible. Fuck that. The best people should be on the show. See NXT Stand and Deliver. I would have no issue if it was like 5 matches, 10 people on the show, and it was the best 10 people NXT had. That would make it feel better than trying to get like 90% of the NXT roster onto this show. If you're shite and you're a mid-card guy, or even a lower mid-card guy on NXT, do you deserve to be on a Stand and Deliver show that is airing just hours before WrestleMania? Absolutely not.
It has to be quality over quantity, and we're not seeing that here. We're just seeing everyone. But it's the same. It's the same across the board, man. Mania, the amount of I mean, when have you ever seen WrestleMania with the state of the matches that they are putting on, man? El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio, a fatal four-way match for the IC title, a jobber's jobber, if you will. Then you look at the War Raiders against the New Day. It's absolutely embarrassing, the state of professional wrestling. Then you had the Royal Rumble, you DIY against Motor City Machine Guns. One of 4 matches at the Royal Rumble. I remember back in the day, man, to get on the Royal Rumble, I had to be good.
See, if there's only going to be 4 matches at the Rumble, it should be the 2 Rumble matches and the 2 world titles.
Yep.
That's it.
No, absolutely.
Unfortunately, we live in a woke world where if they said to you, it's going to be the 2 world, it'll be the 2 Rumbles, the men's world title and the women's world, I'd accept that. I was like, right, well, fair enough.
Aye.
But there should be no fucking Johnny Gargano in a tag team title match at the Rumble. Anyway, let's talk about the card for Stand and Deliver. There is 5 matches for Stand and Deliver, and 3 of them have yet to be finalised. So, the NXT champions, Fraxium, they'll be taking on the winners of a gauntlet match tonight on NXT. The NXT North American champion, Ricky Saints, will be taking on the winner of a Fatal 4-Way number 1 contender match on NXT tonight. And there is a 6-woman NXT North American Championship ladder match where Saria, Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka and Izzy Dame are qualified, but we're still to get 2 more qualifiers tonight on NXT. So we're going into the final NXT before Stand and Deliver, and we have basically 4 spots available for this premium live event. Now, at least unlike Raw, you can argue that there's a reason to watch Stand and Deliver tonight. You know, there's certainly reasons to watch it due to the fact that we are going to find there's going to be important matches. Whoever wins these matches are going to go to the premium live event. But at the same time, it does feel throwaway. It's like, how can you be on the last show and not even have the matches decided yet? See whoever wins this NXT Tag Team Gauntlet match. How are they gonna? How can they have a story with Fraxium? How can they have a rivalry with Fraxium when this is the last show? It simply looks like we're going to have a bunch of dead matches for titles that have just got no story, no rivalry, no nothing.
No, you're right. There's no stories, and but it echoes down from the main roster here, and it's like I know what it feels like. It feels like one of those NXTs where they would call it like, oh, the Great American Bash or New Year's Evil, where it's just like a show on CW. You know, this is the granddaddy of them all for NXT, and this is their whack. You're right, but there's no stories across the board, man. It's just fucking matches. It's pathetic.
No, but more than half of these, there's 5 matches that Stand and Deliver, and 3 of them we don't know the participants yet. So how the fuck can you build to Stand and Deliver when you don't even know who's in half the matches? That makes zero sense to me.
It's impossible to stand and deliver, man. They deliver on hee-haw. Sick day for the postman. That's what it is.
It's like, you look at WWE, you look at the main roster, Raw and SmackDown, it's like, they announce the matches way too early and do fucking nothing with it. And NXT just do the complete opposite. That you don't even know what the matches are going to be heading into the final show.
Yeah, WWE announced matches, what, the 1st of February, 2nd of February, NXT were a couple of days removed. And the fact that it's so early on Saturday, man, it's not, it's like 48 hours. It's a disgrace. It's a joke. It is. I actually can't. Like, I actually think because WrestleMania, like, and the main roster's been so fucking bad, NXT has went under the radar. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't think NXT's getting criticised the way it should be.
Which I get because, you know, it's the Holy Grail is the main roster. WrestleMania is the granddaddy, but this has went completely under the radar. Like NXT. No one's discussing how fucking bad NXT has become.
Right, well, just before we'll quickly have a look at, we'll quickly go through the cards. So we've got the NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way match. Stephanie Fakir defends against Julia, Jordan Grace, and Jada Parker. I mean, Julia just came back. It's just getting inserted in there. Didn't have to earn a shot or nothing. Yeah, Jordan Grace and Jada Parker, they've been in a bit of a rivalry, and it looks like they're just being rewarded with a shot because nothing could separate them. And Stephanie Fakir's defending her belt, so not a lot in there. In terms of a rivalry, well, I think it'd be more interesting if it was elimination, but they made it a fatal 4-way, whatever. You've got the NXT North American Women's Championship ladder match. We've already had one of these like 8 months ago to decide this title when it first got brought out. Did they need to do the exact same match? Are they that fucking boring and non-creative that they could only think of repeating the same match type? Like,
Probably. Well, that's all they've got. I actually just can't believe that Stephanie Fakir gave up the belt like that.
what about a 6-pack challenge or something like that? Or a gauntlet match? There must be more. If you want to have a multi-person match, you could do something that wasn't another 6-woman ladder match.
No, I know you could. There's so many match types out there in wrestling, man. They could have done for you, but they've went with the ladder match, and it's no good enough, man. As I pointed out a couple of weeks ago, you could have had Yulia return and cost Stephanie Fakir the North American.
Julia?
What's her name?
Your pronunciation is fucking shocking.
Alright, Katona. So what's her name then?
Julia?
Seems she fucking shows...
Just like the other person's name is Jordan Grace and not Jordana.
Well, see when they actually fucking up the ante and show me a bit of respect, maybe I'll get the fucking name right, alright?
Anyway, 6 Women's North American Championship match. I just don't see the point in it. It's the same match that crowned the belt like 8 months ago, and they're just repeating the same thing. And they're trying to get us excited in Kalani Jordan because oh look, I won the first one, I'm going to win the second one. Who gives a fuck? What is Kalani Jordan? Just a chick in tights, man. That's nothing interesting about Kalani Jordan. Hee-haw. Oh, she does a split-legged moonsault like RVD. It's the only thing she's got in common with RVD.
Unless she smokes weed.
Just nothing interesting about anybody in this match. Saria, some powerhouse steroid freak from fucking Australia. Piss off back down under. You know, like, whatever. Right, NXT North American Championship match. Ricky Saints versus To Be Decided. Because,
great competitor he is.
Yeah, there will be a fatal 4-way match tonight on NXT between Lexis King, Ethan Page, Eddie Thorpe, and Wes Lee.
Am I missing something? What's the world title match then? Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans?
Aye. That's it. So, Ricky Saints will not know his opponent until after tonight, and where's the time to build on that rivalry? Where's the time to get a story going?
See these people pretending that, oh, Tony Khan flopped, man, with Ricky Saints. AI flopped.
This ain't about Ricky Saints.
Well, it is about fucking Ricky Saints to me.
Right, then go. Tell me about Ricky Saints. Right, take Ricky Saints out and put fucking Tony D'Angelo in there. Oh, that's way better then. No, it's shite.
No, it's shite, but my point is, like, if this guy was any fucking good...
No, you do not get it. What do you mean? We're not on about that.
What's what I'm on about?
We're on about there's, 4 days to go, and we don't know more than half the fucking matches. How can they build this to be a big show?
Yeah, but my point is, if Ricky Saints was that good and they're cooking with him, would they not have had a good fucking storyline with more weeks to go than this?
Imagine The Rock didn't know he was taking on Hogan till the final SmackDown before Mania.
That's my point. If Ricky Saints, if his fucking run was so good, would he not be in like a month story here with 3 other guys?
But hold on. 3 out of the 5 matches are like this, so how are you blaming Ricky Saints?
I'm saying Ricky Saints is shite, but my point is, if he's that good, and Shawn Michaels and Hunter truly think he's that good, then wouldn't he not be in a great wee story here with a wee month to go? Oh, look, week to week, man, he's feuding with these guys. Look, oh, he dropped Big TK, he dropped the ball.
Well, this is garbage, right? And while I appreciate the fact that NXT actually is trying to make the go-home show decent, in a sense that they're giving you important matches, I think for your biggest show of the year, you probably need to have all the matches confirmed, I would say, at least a couple of weeks in advance.
Yeah, 3 weeks, I'd say, minimum.
And, you know, to me, that's what you do. And, you got the 6 Women's North American Championship ladder match. Well, maybe the 6 participants can have a 6-woman tag tonight, where you do 3 against 3.
Ava Rain said there will be no last chance match.
You've got NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way match. Well, maybe tonight is a tag team match. Maybe it's, Julia and, I don't know, fucking Jada Parker taking on Stephanie Fakir and Jordan Grace. Maybe you've got something like that. You know, there's ways you can do this. I mean, whatever. It's just to not know more than half the matches. I think it's very poor. Right, up next we have the NXT Tag Team Championship match, which is Fraxium versus To Be Decided. And that will be the winner of tonight's gauntlet match, which is going to be between Hank Walker and Tank Ledger, The Killings, Nico Fance and Brooks Jensen, Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Agu, Josh Briggs and Yukiri Anamuria, No Quarter Catch Crew, Miles Bourne and Tavian Heights. Just, I mean, who's winning that shower of shite?
We can ask who's winning, right? We can give you an answer, but does it really fucking matter who's winning at the end of the day? Of course it doesn't. Look at the Cullen though. They actually tried to push them, and then Ty Dillinger, or whatever he's floating about these days as, loses to Ricky Saints, and now his group here. I mean, I would say just based off that, they kind of need to win. Because, or else their momentum is as dear as a dodo.
Look at the build that Kane and RVD were having with Sean Morley and Lance Storm and the Dudleys heading into Mania 19. Look at the build and story they had, but wasn't enough to get on the show. There's no story here. There's nothing happening here. Whoever wins this match tonight will have no time to do anything with Fraxium.
No, I know. But no, listen, fuck that. Lexis King and Ethan Page. Let's talk about those two fuckers for a second. So hold on. Fucking Tony. So Tony Khan fumbled, but this is great. Last week, right? Last week before Stand and Deliver, the Developmentals Wrestlemania. These two jabronis are in a match, a number one contendership match for the mid-card title, where only one of them can win it. And hell, it's a fatal four-way. One of the other two could win. So that's the pinnacle for them. That is WWE cooking. Shawn Michaels, can you smell the broth? Can you smell the pot of stew? No, seriously, are these people fucking retarded?
You are totally not grasping the point here. It's not about who's in the matches. It's about the build-up and the matches
themselves.
Did
I not just address the build-up there? Or
no, but you're talking about Ricky fucking Saints and Lexis King as if I'm supposed to. No, the other guy, even Page, whatever. As if,
but where's the story?
But we don't care. I don't care if it's Tony Khan guys or non-Tony Khan. It's irrelevant. The build-up to this show is shite. Whether it's full of people all from formerly for AEW or people that have never stepped foot in AEW, it wouldn't matter shit.
Yeah, but I'm beefing with the people that are pretending that they're great. The stuff they're doing in NXT, but what's good about it?
Alright, but let's say Lexis King and Ethan Page were both on Stand and Deliver competing for titles. Let's say they replaced Trick Williams and Javon Evans. That wouldn't mean it's good.
No, but it's better for them.
I don't give a fuck if it's better for them.
Trick Williams, let's address him. What's he doing? He's stuck in no man's land.
Right, main event match. I'm assuming this will be the main event. Honestly, at this point, I don't know. It could be Stephanie Fakir Julia. Obafemi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans.
Dead.
Triple threat for the NXT Championship match. I'm pretty sure last year Obafemi was in a triple threat match. He defeated D-Jack and Josh Briggs. It was a good triple threat match. This match could be good as well, but I only see one winner. I see that being Obafemi. It just doesn't feel that important to me. I think single matches at the biggest pay-per-view always tend to be the way to go. And yeah, we were just not getting that. Shawn Michaels addressed the multi-person matches. Yeah, for me, it just looks like a shite pay-per-view.
No, it is a shite pay-per-view, but Trick Williams, 18 months of doing just limbo, stuck on NXT because they've got nothing to do with him on the main roster. And you know what's going to happen? This guy will probably get called up after Stand and Deliver, man, and Triple H will hold him down like nothing we've ever seen before, well, apart from like Carmelo Hayes and all those guys. But here, 3 guys in the potential main event, NXT World Title on the line, 3 black guys that as soon as they get called up to the main roster, Triple H is going to put his nose out, man, and it is going to sniff them down.
Did people not say that, oh, look, Shawn Spears is getting a push in WWE and he made the best decision he made was leaving AEW?
Aye.
Well, last year, Stand and Deliver, he lost in a 9-minute match on the pre-show to Joe Gacy.
Fuck, he's been back out long.
Joe fucking Gacy.
Joe Gacy.
His career's
dead.
Aye.
Where is he? He's not been seen in about 6 months.
Maybe fucking Friendly Fire, maybe the Fireflies or whatever they're called, took him out. I don't know. But you look at last year's show, the final 3 matches, you had Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyria for the title, Eli Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT Championship, and then Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes in the main event. Those matches, I remember all having decent, important build-ups.
Not totally.
Even Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker when they defeated Fraxium. Do you remember? I remember that tag team run, and that was a decent build to that.
And that's another thing. Like, why is Roxanne Perez
still there?
Yeah.
But look at
the 4-time Rumble entrant. That's a disgrace in itself, isn't it?
But you look at it now, and it's like this year compared to last year's night and day. So, I mean, people will say, "Oh, WWE, Raw, and SmackDown, WrestleMania build-up's way worse than it was last year." But even NXT is way worse.
What's happened is Triple H and Michael sabotaged it on purpose. But why would they do that? Why would last year be much better compared to this? But now this year, like, there's no effort getting put in. Why is it? Is it contempt? Is it the fact they got all that money for the Netflix deal?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
I think that's the $1 million question, because there is no, like we said, we rant it for an hour on Raw, we do it for SmackDown, we do it for Raw, right? There is just everything is just so flat and repetitive and stale, man. It's like a slice of bread down the back of the kitchen unit, man. I just don't understand what is going on. Nothing refreshing, nothing fresh, nothing happening. Rinse and repeat.
Stand and Deliver 2023, by the way, also had a 6-woman ladder match for the NXT Women's Championship. That seems to be their go-to thing. I mean, that seems to be all they have.
Yeah, I remember that match.
Oh, and Indy Hartwell won it, and it was strange. But
what happened to her? Released.
You know, but I just don't get it, man. That seems to be. That just seems to be their way. Oh, 6-women ladder match, 6-women ladder match. But I don't know, I'm looking at Stand and Deliver, like, and this year's has got to be one of the least appealing that I can remember seeing.
I tell you what, man, Saturday afternoon.
The best Stand and Deliver was 2022, I think. I think that was the best one.
Saturday afternoon is going to be an absolute struggle. I'll tell you that for free.
No, it is, but we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Gunther versus LA Knight. Well, I mean, obviously that's a pretty decent match to have on your wee shitey NXT.
2022 Stand and Deliver, Gunther versus LA Knight, Dolph Ziggler, Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship, Mandy Rose defended the NXT Women's Championship in a fatal 4-way with a triple threat tag team match for the NXT title. Tony D'Angelo defeating Tommaso Ciampa. And then we also had another ladder match because they love their ladder matches. So, aye. We also had the NXT one. I don't know. I just think this Stand and Deliver show is not looking good. And to me, the fact that we don't even know half of the matches yet, heading into the final show before the premium live event, that's just wrong.
How do you try and sell tickets for it when you don't know what's happening? Like, that's a big problem. I just don't understand it, man. Everything about this Mania weekend, I think a separate vid needs to be made on it. Over 30 hours this weekend, over 4 days. That is the stuff of fucking nightmares.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. SmackDown, Hall of Fame, Stand and Deliver, Night 1 Mania, Night 2 Mania, Monday Night Raw. It's going to be hard to watch, like, but we'll be here watching it, guys. So, you know what? If you want to try and brighten up our night and make it a wee bit easier, don't forget, send a wee super chat, and that might make us stand up and deliver. I don't know.
I'll be sitting down. I'll be planked out delivering, don't worry.
Anyway,
I'll be there.
Anyway, that's it. Till next time. Let us know your thoughts. But I don't know, this week, this show's looking shite. Till next time. Peace.